Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Coffee with Carl. My name is Carl Zoellner. I am one of the attorneys with Anderson Business Advisors, and today I wanted to very briefly talk about, we've been doing some more videos on nonprofits and some of the benefits of nonprofits. I want to talk a little bit about the difference between nonprofit and not-for-profit. There's a lot of confusion out there. There's a lot of people who use the name interchangeably. So the confusion is justified. Even myself, I needed to look at it a few times to see some of the differences. I just wanted to summarize a few of these things. But first, let me just tell you briefly a little bit about nonprofits, some of their value, and why people are using them or why they're becoming more popular as a couple different types of tax planning strategies, as well as giving back to the overall community, which myself, I believe, is an important part of any successful business, is giving back to the community that supports you. So differences between nonprofits and not-for-profits. The real difference comes in the type of formalities, how they use the money. Not-for-profits tend to be a bit less formalized, but with that lack of or the lower standard of formality also comes along with the unfortunate downside of that you won't be getting, they're not usually qualified with the IRS or the state, and are not usually getting the same type of tax breaks as an officially filed nonprofit. So these are lots of small charitable organizations or maybe non-monetary based organizations. But for the most part, the lack of formality is also the issue with not-for-profit, and that's why we tend to use and go the more formal route of nonprofits, which are normally done as a 501c3, qualified with the federal government as well as the state. In that way, you can earn those profits, and actually, from the formality standpoint, you actually gain a whole lot of, say, even donation bases, the ability to work with state governments, things like this that may not be available through the not-for-profit. So really what I say is, if we're looking at the significant difference between nonprofit and not-for-profits, is the formalities that are involved with nonprofits and getting all of those things that you would want to get in, say, setting up a charitable organization. You'd be looking at the nonprofit. Now, like I said, realistically, when you're online, when you're getting education pieces or Googling things, a lot of or talking with folks, even in most cases, you won't see a distinction because the names tend to be used interchangeably, but there are some slight differences. For the purposes of what we do here at Anderson, we set up nonprofits, meaning they are qualified. There is an application process, and Toby's got a great video out about it as well. Toby does a lot of work on this side, and we all do work with the nonprofits, but we tend to go the more formal route so you can get all the benefits you need and want within your business, as well as there's some additional tax planning things you can do with your own nonprofit, which I'll talk about in a subsequent video. So this is one of those common questions that comes up. I hope this was helpful, or at least clears up or why you may see those names used interchangeably, because they are very close in the type of activities they do. However, you do get additional benefits by having a qualified or a formally filed nonprofit versus just a not-for-profit. Thank you. As always, please take advantage of all of our free content online on YouTube. Join our Facebook group. Any type of social media, we're always happy to interact with you. Until next time, it's been fun. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for joining me with Coffee with Carl.